Hey all, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another crafting tutorial. And for this one today, we're going to a galaxy far, far away with this simple desert Star Wars house. You see, very easy to do, very cheap, and anyone can do it. So without further ado, I'm gonna take you to the crafting table and let's do this. Come on, and may the craft be with you. Okay, my friends, let's build a Star Wars craft, and I'm going to use a cardboard jar, some coasters, a styrofoam ball which is 7 centimeters, and this will be the base for the project along with some cardstock, cardboard and a little piece of XPS which is 2 centimeters wide or thick depending on how you look upon it. Now cut a 2 centimeter wide strip from the XPS, 15 centimeters in length, and mark out the halfway point. Now cut that in half. Now I'm gonna slice through the pillars diagonally, and be careful, use a sharp blade, but watch your fingers here because it can be very dangerous. Now cut them at the top length so that they are about 6 centimeters high, and we're gonna dry fit them on the side of the jar. Next I'm taking 4 of these beer coasters and I'm gonna glue them together, and these coasters are very cheap, or you can get them for free at a local bar or restaurant, I guess. So yeah, they're easy to come by. Now take a strip of double corrugated cardboard and mark out 8 rectangles, 2 centimeters wide at the bottom, 3 centimeters wide at the top, and 3 centimeters high, and mark this out, the top from the bottom. Now cut one out and use that as a template to make the other 7, not the other 5, the other 7. These will be glued here. Now slowly cut through the styrofoam ball because this will leave quite a mess. Go slow with this. Alright, now measure 1.5 centimeter away from the edge all around the coaster. Now if you want, you can glue cardboard or cardstock on the inside to hide the holes of the jar. Like so. Now I glue the first coaster on top, make sure that it is centered. And now start by gluing the 8 slanted rectangles on the top in a star pattern, leaving the half centimeter away from the edge. Just go slow with this. Make sure they're all aligned. There we go. This will be for the top of the building. Now I cut a strip of cardstock 3 centimeters high to wrap around the slanted sides. Do this in separate panels. It will go easier than if you try to wrap it around fully and leave 1 or 2 sides open to represent the windows. Like so. Cool. Trim them where needed. Now we're going to glue the second coaster on top of this. Just using hot glue. Will attach immediately. Now mark out where you want your door to be, and mine will be roughly 5 centimeters high, but you can do this however you want, of course. Door. Now we're gonna cut a little nook in the bottom of the XPS pillars. Do this on all pieces. It will be a better fit when you attach these pillars on the side of the jar. Now I decided to hot glue another coaster on the inside of the jar for some extra strength, but that is optional. And now start by gluing your pillars evenly around the building, wherever you want or see fit for your project. Now this is a cool looking Tatooine building, but you can use it for other sci-fi games or other things as well, of course. Next, glue the half ball on top of the coaster. Nice. A Tatooine building. We're almost there. Now I'm gonna cut a 6 by 4 centimeter rectangle from XPS, and I'm gonna use a cup to trace a semicircle. Now mark 1 centimeter from both left and right, and also 1 centimeter arch at the top. And I'm gonna use this cheap foam cutter to cut out. Use a mask and I look like my logo. Alretians crafts and battles. Now I cut the top angle as well, and once this is finished I sand it down a bit. Now I cut a 2 cm wide cardstock strip and I glue this around the door frame. First bend it a little bit in shape to make it go easier. There we go. Fill out the crevices with some hot glue. And yeah, glue this on the building where you want your door to be. And I hide the seams with some more hot glue. Now let's make the door itself. Now a cardstock rectangle 4.5 centimeters by 4 centimeters. Then I draw on this pattern, or you can look at reference images online. Next I'm using PVA glue and 1/2 centimeter cardstock strips to glue the pattern that I just drew. And wait for it to cure, and then I cut away the excess. I also cut a very thin piece of a paper drinking straw and glue this at the center. And definitely be sure to let it all dry. Now cut out a cardstock piece to match the front doorway. Trace that and cut that out. And keep the inner part that you cut away. Right, and we're gonna glue this part on top of the frame. But again, keep the inner piece. You can use that to trace out the door. And with the inner piece, as I just said, once it's dry, I'm gonna trace out the door and cut this away with some scissors. And as you will see, this will fit snugly inside of the door. And I'm gonna use PVA to attach it. Nice. All right. Cut 2 small strips of corrugated paper for window shutters. Cut a barbecue skewer to represent antennas on the roof, but again it is optional. So here are the 2 window shutters from corrugated cardboard paper. Also one at the back. Here I'm gluing on some 2 panels on the door frame. And with a barbecue skewer I'm making the antenna on top of the roof of the building. But again, this is optional, guys. You don't have to do it, but yeah, it's just a little nice detail. Just look at some reference images online on how a Tatooine building looks like. Now let's make some texture for this piece, but first a moment of your time. Hey everyone, it's the halftime moment of this video, so I will please just kindly remind you to leave a like, share, comment, subscribe and all that good stuff. And a quick word from this video sponsor. And also, most important of all, thank you all, everybody, for all your support. Without you guys, this channel would not exist. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you everyone. The Spellfanaut, my friendly local gaming store where I get all my models and paints. Now these guys have a huge range of all things wargaming, board games, card games, D&D and so much more. They have gaming nights where people can come together and play all kinds of games. It's a fantastic community and I can definitely call the owner my friend. So if you are ever in the area, be sure to drop on by in Mechelen and visit the Spellfanaut. So thank you Spellfanaut for sponsoring this video and I'll see you guys soon, alright? Now back to the video. Texture time. Alright, so I'm gonna mix up some drywall compound and then start by stippling this all over the building and the roof. And I do this twice. It dries rather quickly and I do water it down a little bit. Just go all over it, but make sure the ball is definitely covered with this. And once that is dried, start by sanding it down and dusting it off a little bit. Now, painting time, and this will be very basic and very straightforward. I paint the entire piece with the burnt umber and then I spray it with a sand color. And it already looks pretty cool like this. Now I paint the window shutters with black and also the antenna. And then paint a little bit of the antenna with lead belcher and the door gets a coat of brown. As I said, very basic painting scheme. Next I water down this brown paint very heavily and give it a wash. A very thin wash, just trying to tint the building, not cover it with a wash, so just give it a little tint. And we are done, and it's as quick and as easy as this. And yeah, for the first time Star Wars craft, I'm pretty happy with this. So here we can see
it in action with some models standing around it. And I'm using one of the boards that I've made for the ash waste. And it also matches well for Star Wars. Here we have Vader and Luke squaring off in front of the building. Some rebels, some stormtroopers. Yeah, this was a fun build. Very easy. So thank you all for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed my very first Star Wars video. I will do more if you guys want to, and now I have to continue to work on a very big project that has been long overdue. Alright, but thank you all really very much for watching, and yeah, more to come soon. Bye for now, guys. Bye!